All right, all right. What's going on, everybody? Compiform family. How's everyone doing today? I'd like to make a little video to kind of discuss some things related to Compiform and Compiform products. We've had a lot of new members join the group, and I'm sure they don't quite understand on how to pre-order, how to obtain products, what the products are about, what they do, maybe a little bit about our different products. And how they function, maybe, or questions on how you could obtain one of these really, really cool fine art pieces. So what you're looking at is everything is made by Compiform. This is Play for Beans. So we'll get rid of that. But huge shout out to Mark Chang over at Play for Beans. He's been a confidant to me and someone I've trusted over the years, and he's been a great help with Compiform in that he handles some of the shipping to some of the countries that Ivan cannot ship to. So huge shout out to Mark Chang. Go visit Mark Chang's Facebook group at Play for Beans. He also has a website, playforbeans.com, and he does sell some fidgets. He sells some fidget tape that you can put on your slider plates to keep them crisp and to keep them looking good and functioning perfectly. And it prolongs the quality of life. So go check out Mark Chang. He's a great guy. If you have any questions, concerns, hit him up about some of the products he sells, and he can help answer some questions related to tape or whatever else, magnets. He's got a whole gamut of stuff on his website. So go check him out, guys. All right, so Compiform. In my opinion, Compiform is the best company in the world. Ivan has just a gamut of different ideas, as you can see here, different fidgets, and we'll get into some of that. But the way Ivan Gostev actually is able to shift ideas from different fidgets, the way they function, experimenting with different haptics, different sounds, different magnet strengths, the way the pieces actually look, the way they feel, the way they perform. Everything is just a blend of artistry and beauty, in my opinion, and they are absolutely gorgeous. I have this a can of stuff here that I will get into also in this video. So we'll just set that aside. But what you're looking at here is the Compiform V3. This is in the beautiful Japanese Segaha pattern. And just so you know, Compiform started way back in the day. I think in 2015, 2014, Ivan was involved in the knife making community, and he would make knife scales with his friends. He knew a bunch of people in the industry, and from there, things kind of took off and kind of moved to the fidget world, where Ivan would create his first spinner. I think it was in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, 2016, late 2016, 2017. He made the Hydra spinner, and that was a big success. And I think from there, Ivan went on and made several different fidgets. So basically, Compiform has been around from the start, and I came in, I think it was a year later after that, maybe 2 years, I can't remember. And Ivan had a website where you could order products all over the world at your own leisure. And you could order up pretty much any different product that you wanted. And what happened was, you could order your own product. The price was listed on the website. And unfortunately, as time went on, long story short, as you all know, there is conflict going on in the homeland, which, by the way, we do not condone whatsoever. So it's caused Ivan to have to shut down the website and operate a little bit differently. He is operating, I think, at like a 55% capacity currently. But with my help and with Ivan's, go-getter attitude, I guess I should say, or his strength in the type of person he is, and one who is not willing to give up easily, continued with the business, and we are able to make it work. So we are not operating at full capacity. Just keep that in mind, like most other makers. We are bringing you these products to the community while jumping through hoops and it not being ideal as far as members being able to order products, pay for products, and things of that nature. But we'll get into that. So, related to comporform, back to comporform. So comporform, Ivan Gostev is the owner of comporform. I help Ivan Gostev as a volunteer for the group. I don't get paid for any products. I help Ivan because I love the company so much. I am Ivan's biggest fanboy, always have been. And I've always stuck by him in working with him for years now. And I've handled the business pretty much for him while he focuses on creating his beautiful artistic fidget pieces. And like I said, comporform is, to me, Ivan Gostev is the best maker in the world. Granted, you have the big three. You have Modusworks, you have comporform, and you have Magnus. Okay, those are typically the big three. But don't sell yourself short, guys. There's plenty of makers in this fidget community who produce beautiful pieces. So don't sell yourselves short by just sticking to the top three. Go out and take a look at the fidgets, take a look at the pricing, take a look at the way they look and feel and the feedback that you get from the different reviewers in the community. I know we have Kyle Spencer over at Fidget Focus. We have Mark Chang, who does videos once in a while. We have Fidget Nerd, who does videos once in a while. We have Gavin's channel. He's done several videos on fidgets. Gavin Sexton. And we have, it's just not coming to top of mind right now. We have EDC Fidget. We have Fidget Girl EDC. We have, I know I'm missing a whole bunch of them. Maybe I'll put a link to the different groups to where you can see on YouTube, the channels rather, to where you can see the different fidgets and kind of get a comparison of what's out there. You're going to be limited in finding a lot of videos on comporform just because comporform products are pretty hard to obtain. And if you get one, you should be considered lucky because I know it's kind of difficult at times. It can be frustrating, and a lot of people don't want to order comporform products because you do have to jump through some hoops. So basically, back in the day, like I said, comporform had a website where you could order at your leisure anything that you wanted. Ivan would produce it. Now, because of what's going on, they've shut down PayPal. They've shut down different payment systems so that it makes it very difficult to do business with a company in the homeland. That homeland being Russia, and that's where Ivan is from. He's from Moscow, and Ivan is a wonderful, wonderful person, great family man. He has a wife and children, and he is just absolutely one of the hands down best people that I know, period. And I've known Ivan pretty much since day one. So he's like family now, and I support him 100%. And, I feel very confident in his products and purchasing products from him. You guys have nothing to worry about. It's safe, and it's a non-issue. Granted that you will have to wait sometimes, but that's to be expected. So if you do pre-order, our pre-orders happen in the Facebook group. Communications happen through Messenger in Facebook. And basically how we're forced to do our pre-orders now is a website called Boosty. The Boosty website is a website that you can go out and you can subscribe to it. You can actually purchase a subscription. It's different than subscribing to the actual website. If you purchase a subscription, I think it's like $14 a month now. And you can buy the subscription in increments of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and a year. And every month, Ivan does a raffle at the end of the month for one of comporform's products. Now, these products are not cheap. He will give away in that raffle that you sign up for and pay for some beautiful, beautiful units. I know he's giving away a V3. I know he's giving away a V5. I mean, the cost of the products that he gives away is anywhere from, $400 all the way up to $700 crystal titanium he's given away before. So you guys need to go and subscribe and make the payment. I think the payments only that work on Boosty is only by credit card right now. In our pre-orders, what will happen is if you go to the Facebook group, all the updates are posted there. I basically run the group, and Ivan's all the information for Ivan is posted to the group, and you can pre-order. I'll give you all the details. Make sure you read the post and you can get in. It's very easy. You can also go to the Facebook group right now for you new members, and you can do a search on the keyword new member, and you will find all the informational videos and posts for new members. You can also see the featured post, which is the pinned post in the group. That will give you a lot of details on all our different products. I believe there's pricing of the products out there. And also you can do a search on the keyword pre-order, and then you will be able to see the posts on our pre-orders, and you'll be able to read the post and see how to get in. Okay, so I recommend any new member do that. If you want to try to find a information on this fidget, for example, all you got to do is type in the keyword of the name of the unit. This is a Tesseract. Fabulous piece. If you do a keyword search on Tesseract, you'll find the Tesseract. You'll find informational videos. You'll see everyone's past posts. And then finally, if you have any questions, you can comment in any one of my posts and ask questions. You can make your own post and ask questions. Our group is very loving and kind, and we run a magnificent group here at Comporforms. So if you have any questions, you can leave a post. We will answer all of your questions. Okay, so just leave a question, and one of our members will get back to you, or I'll get back to you. And we don't recommend that you contact Ivan through messaging or through any post, because he's focused on creating his fidgets. He's extremely busy and he's got a lot going on. So we want to make sure that you guys contact me. I will answer all your questions. And if I don't know, I will work with Ivan to get you the answers you need. Okay. So stay tuned to the group to turn notifications on so you don't miss anything. And you'll be able to get in on our pre-orders on the on the pre-orders going forward. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about these products. This one is the version 3 or V3. This one was made, and we had 2 separate pre-orders. This one was made in like 12 different designs, I think, design patterns. All I have in front of me right now is the purple Sagaya, and this was made in a blue. Purple was made for my wife. Ivan made this for my wife, so it's kind of a special edition. It's got the Argyle plates, and most of them came with a wave plate, and the wave plate looks like this. Let's see if you can see that. Yep. And Ivan made this one for my wife, so he gave her the special Argyle plates because my wife's special. So so that was nice of him. All right, so that is the version 3, V3. This is a V5. This is the latest pre-order that we had, and you can tell that the V3 is a little bit smaller than the V5. I think it's 1.5 millimeters larger, the V5 is. I mean, you can barely tell the difference, but the V5 is just a little bit bigger. Okay. So do I love the V5? Absolutely. Do I like the V3? Absolutely. I switch off. I used to have a preference that I like the version 5 more, and I think I do, but I still adore the version 3. It's absolutely amazing. The signature of Comporform is the seamless edges. So they are welded by microscope. They are seamless, and they just feel absolutely luxurious. All right, when you get a Comporform piece in hand, you'll know just by the way it feels. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's luxurious, feels soft and velvety in the hand. It is aesthetically pleasing. There are no gaps, no screws. The plates are absolutely beautiful. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. It's just absolutely gorgeous. The chamfers run all the way down the edge. They are colored, where most makers will chamfer the edge, but you will not see the design pattern follow into the chamfer, but Comporform does. There's no detail that is missed with our products, and Ivan does a phenomenal job at creating these units. And trust me, when I tell you Ivan is a perfectionist, he does absolutely amazing work, and he is a perfectionist. Okay. So if there's something he doesn't like about a specific product, he'll get with me and we'll discuss it. And 9 times out of 10, he'll just trash it, throw it in the trash, and it's done. And he'll either redo it to make it better, or he won't release it at all. That's how Ivan is. And I commend him for that, because his pieces are absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Functional art. Now, don't get me wrong. Love Modusworks. Love the Wrapped. I think Jonas is a great individual. Absolutely top-notch customer service. We also provide top-notch customer service. Many people can attest to that. We've not had many issues with Comporform products, but if you do have an issue, reach out to me and I'll see what I can do. In the pre-order post, you should read it. And in the post, I want you to know that it does state that each unit will have specific anomalies. Those should not be considered as flaws, because they're not. For example, if you look at this Timascus piece, you can tell in this piece it does have some different anomalies in the way the pattern is. It's got in the chamfer, it's got this edge might be slightly tapered a tiny bit differently than this edge, but it's not by much, and it's not a flaw. It's just the way this unit was hand finished. I mean, it's not off by any means, but if you have OCD like me, you'll inspect this whole thing very closely. And trust me, when I tell you, if you have OCD like me, you'll be able to pick some tiny minute details, which doesn't affect functionality at all. But that should not be mentioned, right? It doesn't matter. The piece functions beautifully. There are no flaws with the unit whatsoever that I can see. But I will tell you that, people have asked me, minute questions about minute details that make no sense. So, I've always offered them a full refund. You want to send it back, you could send it back, and then I would keep the unit for myself. So, don't be that guy that posts, takes it and puts it under a magnifying glass. I used to have a couple people in the group that used to do that, and they would message me with every single little flaw. And there is no, it's something that's not really a flaw. It's just the way the character is built in each separate unit. All right, like for example, this coloring, you have your yellows, your purples, your pinks, and another person might get your yellows, purples, and more blue than pink, or more, yellow, blue, and pink, instead of more purplish and blue and yellow and pink. So that is not a flaw, okay? Every unit's gonna look different. That's just how it is with these anodizing, the anodizing process, but every single unit will function the same, and they will function to perfection, all right? So this is the version 5. This is the pre-order that we recently did. Version 3, I believe, was released at $375. Actually, when it was first released in the first iteration, it was $325. Then we upped the price a little bit to $375 because materials went up at that time. Plus, it took Ivan longer to create the second iteration with the different plates. So the first iteration of the version 3, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. This is the first iteration of V3, and it had the zigzag plates, or the wigwag. Call these the wigwag plates because it's kind of like a wigwag pattern, they call it, or a zigzag pattern. Okay, that is the first iteration V3. And then Ivan moved to the waved plate. That was the second iteration of V3, which he also included in the latest pre-order, which is the version 5. Okay, this pre-order is over. Version 3 pre-order is over, so you can't get these no more. If you want something that was made in the past, I suggest you make a post in the group. Always please put what you're looking for and put a picture of what you're looking for so people will know what it is, okay? So the version 5 was the latest pre-order we did. You can't get that anymore either. So if you want one, make a post in the group and you can get one, and someone will be willing to sell, okay? So that is the version 5. This is the version 3. This version 5, let me go back. Version 5 was priced at, I believe it was $420, $410. And then when you bought after the pre-order, it was a little bit more because we had to pay the fees in sending the money to Ivan. So that was the price of this one, $410, $420. And then this is the Tesseract. Absolutely love this piece. It is the bomb. It is very loud, but the way this thing plays is absolutely amazing. Look at this thing. Look at the way it was built. Welded by microscope. Comporform signature, right? And Comporform also, Ivan Gostev has perfected a process that he learned way back in the day in the knife making community, where he's learned a process from his friends that take these plates and he coats it somehow with a scratch resistant process. And what it does is it allows titanium to be scratch resistant and be very, very smooth. There's no galling. The play is absolutely phenomenal. It feels great in the hand. No stickiness, nothing. Okay, so Ivan learned this over the years in the knife making community, and he's transferred that down into the fidgets. No other maker that I know of makes titanium plates. So Ivan is a master at what he does, and as a result, it paid off. And all his units are typically in titanium. That's what Ivan likes to work with. There are some units from way back when. This one is a copper specimen. Absolutely beautiful. This is the V1 Argyle in a track slider. Kind of like opening and closing a Zippo lighter. Absolutely love and adore this piece. It is absolutely phenomenal. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece made by Ivan Gostev at Comporform. I just love this one. The V1 is absolutely amazing. And then he went on later to make the V1.1. This is an original OG track slider. And what he's done is he took the V1 and he simply covered the magnets with a plate, readjusted the magnets, upgraded the magnets, put this ring on top, and experimented with it, made several iterations, put the wigwag plates on there, and absolutely 100% phenomenal. This specimen here is a Timascus Argyle V1.1 OG. Absolutely gorgeous. This was given to me as a gift from Ivan, and I adore it. It will stay in my collection and be buried with me. Love this piece. So the Argyle V1.1 is amazing. If you ever get a chance to get a hold of one of these, buy it. Absolutely love it. I have like 6 of these, and I love them. They're just absolutely amazing. All right. So you will notice too that a lot of times Ivan will come out with these crazy patterns and designs. If you do a search on pre-order version 5, you'll see the different design patterns that this came out in. Then you'll see version 3. If you do a search on version 3 or V3, you will see the different patterns that the version 3 came out, like I had already mentioned. And then you will also see in the featured post a lot of our different products, and you will see the names of them so that you can inquire about them, search them in the group, see if someone has one for sale, whatever else. All right. Now, what is up and coming for Comporform? What's up and coming next after we did the version 5 pre-order? We are going to do a pre-order on the 3x3. Okay. I don't have that one with me yet. I don't have it in my hand, but Ivan's going to send me one. And I will test it and play with it and give you my feedback. And then I think I'm going to send it to Mark Chang so he can check it out. But the 3x3 is going to be priced at, I believe, between $350 and $375. And the prices at Comporform are basically commensurate with the amount of work that goes into these. And like I said, no other maker produces fidgets of this style. Typically, you'll see milled units. I know Motuswork does some great work, Magnus does great work, but you won't see the type of artistry that goes into a compiform. That's why compiform is called the Ferrari of fidgets, because Ivan Gostev's creations are absolutely gorgeous. When you get one in your hand, they feel soft and velvety. You'll know once you get a compiform. You'll know what the hype is about. And they're just very, very difficult to make. And the pricing is commensurate with the products that we make. Or that Ivan makes, I should say. I say we because by now I'm part of compiform. I mean, you might as well say compiform and Pluke Jones run hand in hand. Ivan's, again, like family. Love the guy just as much as I love all the members of the group. I've been around since day one. I've modded for several different Facebook groups. I've also had input on some of the different products that have been created in the past. And now I give my love and attention to Ivan Gostev over at compiform. So 3x3 is going to be coming out next. That is a square, just like it sounds, 3x3 magnet setup, which is a 2-click, and it is a square slider. So it's going to be about this big, okay, a little bit smaller than the version 5, and it's going to be a square. So think of it this way. It's going to look like this, just this top square, but it's going to be a little bit bigger than that. All right, and it's going to function as a 2-click. It's going to have magnets on both sides, so it's going to be flippable. Okay, so it's going to be flippable. You'll be able to flip it and play it on both sides, flip it back, play it on both sides. It's going to play similar to a clover, which I do not have. But the only difference with the clover is there's a ring with the ball in the center that holds the ball where you can spin it. This one is not going to have that. It's going to be free floating, okay? That one we don't have a name for. We'll do something fun in the group to see if we can try to get a name for it. But that one's up and coming, and I think the pre-order is going to be within the next couple weeks. So at the end of April is when I'm estimating that this is going to come out. Now, when you look at the group, what you're going to see from me is a something huge is coming post. And if you do a search on something huge is coming, you will see the great white shark picture that I post before every single pre-order. Okay? It's going to have when the pre-order goes live. It's going to have some details on how to get in the pre-order. And then once you see, then a few days later, you're going to see the pre-order post go live at the time and date that's specified in the something huge is coming post with the great white shark. Whenever you see the great white shark, you know a pre-order is coming or something cool and kick-ass is coming your way. So I would say prepare for it. Prepare for it within the next couple of weeks, because at the end of April or even a few days before that, we're going to run the pre-order for 3x3. You're not going to want to miss it. And that is in the group right now, the current picture that Ivan posted recently. So you will see it out there, okay? So once we do the pre-order 3x3, you will be able to see the pre-order post. You'll go in, and then you'll go and pay based on the instructions in the post, all right? And I can tell you right now, some people have had issues where they try to pay by credit card on the Boosty site and their bank denies it. So you might have to call your bank just to tell them it's not a fraudulent transaction, and then your transaction will go through. You follow the information in the post. You'll message Ivan through Messenger. He'll get your address details and whatnot, and then you will be in the pre-order once you've successfully paid. It's that simple. I am also working on a project with Ivan where we're going to release some exotic sliders, okay? Exotics in version 5, okay? We are slated to do a superconductor option, okay? So a slider, version 5 in superconductor. I think it's going to have an inlay instead of the whole unit being superconductor. It won't be the whole unit. It's going to be superconductor on top, and it's going to be inlaid into titanium, and then you're going to have the titanium scratch resistant plates. All right, so that'll be up and coming. You heard that right, guys. You heard that here first, superconductor. And I think there's only going to be maybe 10 units available. So very limited, very hard to get, very rare. And I think the pricing is going to be around $850, maybe $900 for the superconductor. But we're also doing Mokume. All right, Mokume. We're also doing Mokume. You heard that right. So we're going to do a Mokume one. I think in Mokume we can only produce 5 units. So there's not going to be many to go around. I know I'm going to get one of those and take one from the pot just because I want to check it out and see if I like it. And then also Crystal Timascus. That is also up and coming. If you know anything about Crystal Timascus, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I think we're going to have about maybe 10 to 12 units of Crystal Timascus, depending on how it goes. Ivan's already ordered the materials. It's been sent. It's on his way. So we'll be doing that as well. In April, I believe April 19th, Ivan is going to the Mad Russian Evening Gala, where he will be competing in Moscow with hundreds of everyday carry makers, EDC makers from all over the world, knife makers. They all congregate, get together in Moscow to have a competition, and an award is given to the best everyday carry maker in 2022. And in 2023, Ivan Gostev won the award for Best EDC. And it's not surprising to hear why, because obviously his products are aesthetically pleasing, they're gorgeous, they're fine art. So whenever somebody asks me, what do I like better, a ModusWorks or a Comporform or a Magnus? Definitely prefer ModusWorks over Magnus any day of the week. But I do love ModusWorks. I do love Comporform. And I always tell them, look, there's no real way to compare the two because they're so different. You cannot compare the two at all. They shouldn't be compared because they're total different beasts, right? Comporform, nobody makes Comporform. Nobody makes sliders like Comporform. Nobody has the artistic flair that Ivan Gostev does, period. End of story, including Jonas. But Jonas's pieces are absolutely gorgeous in their own way. They're built like a tank, okay? They are solid. They function very well. They are gorgeous. We support USA makers, the whole gamut of things. Beautiful people in the group, beautiful moderators. It's just run very, very well, okay? Compiform is more, I would say, the Gucci of fidgets, like the Ferrari. Attention to detail, sleek, styling, soft, velvety, crisp, smooth clicks. Listen to this. Absolutely phenomenal, okay? It has a certain grittiness to it a little bit. It's got some swooshing. Beautiful. Now, the only thing is it's not modular, right? So Ivan and I discussed it, and Ivan doesn't see a reason in making a modular slider. His signature is seamless and artistic and beautiful. And that's the type of fidgets that Compiform makes. So I always tell people, I love them both, but you can't compare the two because they're so different. All right? So that's my feedback on Compiform. That's my feedback on ModusWorks. They are equally as amazing, and they are both beautiful makers. This stuff here, why I had it out on the table, it's called Tac 2. It's stripper pole strength, stripper pole grip. So all you need is a tiny, tiny bit if your hands get slippery. Literally, all I do is go like this. I touch it a few times and I close it. And what that does, if you rub it on your fingers, it provides really, really strong grip. With that grip, you can you can do anything. You can play with these fidgets all day and your hand will not slide around. All right. So just so you know, guys, that stripper pole grip, iTac 2, is amazing. All right. And my wife uses it for practicing, so that helps out as well. So you kind of kill two birds with one stone. It's funny how I came across it, but it's just it is what it is. True story. Kevin Johnson also told me to get some of this, and I purchased the extra strength. We use the regular strength, but the extra strength is just as good. It's basically beeswax. It doesn't leave any residue on your fingers, doesn't leave any residue on the slider, and it simply wears off in like 15, 20 minutes of fidgeting. You don't need much. You just touch it to your fingers, and there you go. You're done. That simple, guys. Awesome stuff. I recommend it. Get out to Amazon and buy it. You won't regret it. It's a game changer for those that have slippery hands. Absolutely love it. All right. All right. I'm going to end this video. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. That's what's up and coming for Compiform. Hopefully, Ivan Gostev will do good at the Mad Russian Evening Gala, where he's going to be competing with several different makers out there. And also, he's going to be taking vacation after that for about a week, which puts us right at the pre-order for the 3x3. Again, we don't have a name for it, but we'll come up with the name soon. Then we'll turn over to exotics, and we'll do some superconductor, Mokume, and crystal Timascus. That's what's up and coming. New members of the group, leave comments below this post. I'll see if I can answer them for you. And just remember how much we love you and appreciate you guys being in the group. And we appreciate you guys being members, and we love you all. Take care, everyone.